Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm Heidi Fleming, and I invite you to join me as I share my heart about going through the journey of grief and heartbreak after I lost my husband, my very best friend, Dennis. And as I'm reading through my journal from last year, I wrote, "This is an interesting journey that I'm on. First, I did not choose this journey, but this is where I find myself. One minute I'm okay, the next minute I'm not. One minute I feel like I'll make it, the next minute I don't. One minute I'm hopeful, the next minute I'm gasping for air because I'm crying so hard. One minute I feel like I can, the next minute I feel like I can't. A dance where one minute I'm gliding and the next minute I stumble. The widow's dance, where her physical partner is gone. So, what is my choice? I grab the hand of God and I dance. And this is how I get through my journey of grief and heartbreak after losing Dennis. I spend a lot of time talking with God and praying and really trying to be honest with my feelings. I write, I journal about the pain that I go through, and it is very painful. This journey of grief, losing your husband, your best friend, your spouse, is unbelievable. And I think that one of the things that I need to do better is to communicate to others really how difficult this is. And the widow's dance, there's so many different moves within this dance. Some of the triggers that I have experienced are the silence in the home. I've noticed that if I don't have the TV on, or if there's not someone in the home talking with me, as simple as me walking through the house and hearing my own footsteps, it reminds me of Dennis walking through the house and hearing his footsteps. Having to close accounts and change names on accounts. It's all part of that dance that is so difficult. I have a jar of pickles in the refrigerator, and that is something that he bought and he put in there. And as I am just over the 1 year mark, those things are still difficult for me to use up because it's like taking little pieces, continuing to take him away from me. So it's a difficult dance. It is a very difficult dance, and there's no time frame or there's no directions on how to get through it. Just like when Dennis and I fell in love and we got married, it was our journey together to figure it out. And our journey was different than others, and others' journeys are different than ours. And grief is the same way. There is no you should in grief. I can't tell you you should go sit in the sunshine, or you should go take a walk, or you should journal. Although those may be good ideas for me and helpful to me at the time, I can't tell you that's what you should do because this is your journey and you will figure out what's best for you. And it's going to be on the inside of you how it makes you feel. So I've mentioned before that This is like an emotional roller coaster. And the roller coaster of grief, it changes just like the rhythm of a dance would change. There are going to be days when the roller coaster of emotions are more tolerable. And there are going to be days when I don't know why I cry. I don't know why I'm sad. I can't identify anything in particular, perhaps, but I am. And it actually happened a few days ago. I noticed that um, for some reason I was just very teary. And there, looking at the date, it wasn't anything significant about that one date because, as I've mentioned in other videos, dates are triggers for me, certain dates. So I couldn't really identify anything that was making me cry or making my grief feel a little more on the upswing of that swell. But then as time moves forward, the emotional roller coaster, the drops aren't as deep. Where in the very beginning, definitely 6 months and less, perhaps even 9 months and less. And now, although it's still an emotional roller coaster for me, I feel like that the drops aren't as deep and I'm able to maybe control it a little bit better. But it just depends. Every day is different. So Dennis and I, we were married for 40 years. So obviously he is a big influence in my life and he still is. You know, I go through decisions um, this time of year, you know, I'm thinking about the taxes and getting things done with the business and doing different things and going through the paperwork and, you know, seeing the last bills that he paid. And it's just, it is such a difficult time. It is. And it's nothing that anyone can fix for me. It's just something that I have to journey through myself. So part of me died with Dennis. And today, part of Dennis continues to live in me. And I put all those facets of emotions and memories and experiences together in this widow's dance. And I grab the hand of God and I move forward. And it's not always without tears. Many times it is with tears. And it's just because it is so hard. It is so difficult. So I hope that you find during this widow's dance that you have an opportunity to meet the God who shares his peace with us, who comforts us, and who gets us through these very difficult times. And that is my prayer for you. Until we meet again, shalom.